Hi, family. I hope all is well. So today I want to talk about a cold case, okay? Or one that was once possibly a cold case because I know that they have a man in custody named Gary Oliver. But I want to shed light on this case. For some reason, this case sunk into my spirit today, and I know that I have worked on JonBenét Ramsey case before, family. And some things has come out. Um But are we actually looking at the right individual in this case? I want to say something because I was scrying over this case. One thing I'm going to say that ancestors brought to my attention is the person who has done this, right? The person who has done this is a darker complexion of JonBenét, which means that this person could have had like a olive or a tan, right? Skin complexion that may have been a little bit darker than JonBenét. So that's one. Another thing is another thing that the ancestors has given me revelation is this man is a tall man, right? So he's tall in stature. I'm gonna say at least 5'8" or taller, right? Another thing that ancestors had tugged me to is this individual has some kind of identifying markings on their skin, right? So it could have been just say a tattoo or a noticeable birthmark there on this individual's skin. Now, while I was scrying, something stood out to me. This crime did take place in the basement area, or area where I'm gonna say is a lot of space, right? In this area, from what I could see. You go down these steps, right? You go down these steps, and what I'm seeing is like an open area. Okay. So I've seen that. But the man that I've seen, he was wearing glasses. This individual was wearing glasses. He had a mustache, a beard as well, right? So full facial hair there. He had shoulder length hair, right? So his hair, but it was like curled, right? So like just a wavy, curly pattern type of hair, right? I did see this. This man is more have a medium frame. And what I did notice is he had on like just say a shirt over his shoulder, but it looked like he had on another shirt as well that looked like that resembled like a white beater. How these guys wear like these white beater shirts, so these like these t-shirts he had on, a t-shirt he had on, but also another shirt draped over his shoulder is what I took notice to. Now, when the energy shift, I seen another man come through, and the ancestors did give me revelation. This person didn't act alone, so it lets me know that somebody is covering up for somebody. Somebody's in cahoots with something, because the ancestors strongly let me see two individuals coming through, right? Two different men coming through. Another thing is that brother of JonBenét Ramsey. I seen him at one point take a look, okay, down this entryway of these steps. So I don't know what this is in reference to. Did he see something? Did he know something but didn't say? Right? Was he there? Was this after the fact? Because I never seen him enter down in the basement, but I seen him as the energy shift, him standing there in the doorway looking down, right? This is her brother. I went back to look and see these, try to pinpoint these faces to identify them. Now, one of the men, if this Gary Oliver looked like this back in the days, as far as wearing glasses, right? Wearing glasses, his hair was down in a swirly, swavy, curly pattern that's going to like just say, it touched the shoulders a little bit, right? Thick, nice hair, right? then this possibly could be the individual, because it does have a resemblance if he looked like that. But all I'm seeing is older pictures of this young man, this individual. Another thing that I took notice to is, as the energy shift, I'm seeing someone like walking real fast, scurrying up along, right? Could have even been running, you know, at some point through in a neighborhood area, right? This person had on all dark color clothes, and it looked like they had something in their hand that could resemble, like as if you would take pictures of someone. So a camera. And I'm seeing them hurrying along, but this man was of a slimmer build, right? This man was of a slimmer build. So I seen all that going on in reference to this young girl's case. Someone was admiring that picture. It's a picture of JonBenét, with, you ever notice the picture with JonBenét with her hat on, the hat, like that infamous picture that has been going around, is a picture something like that, but without the hat, right? But she at a pose, and she have on this dress, like this frilly dress, right? Someone has been taking pictures of her as well, okay, in this state, like making her do poses and taking pictures of her in different pose ways, right? So that's something that I did pick up, and I seen in my scribe, right? Had her tilting her head to various sides to take these pictures. So I want to do an ancestor spread and just see what the ancestors has brought out, right? See what the ancestors bring out. I just want to do the ancestors regarding this case. I know that they have someone in custody, but I got to look at something more, right? Yes, possibly this individual and possibly someone else covering up, right? Was there that day, know something, could have took pictures of this, could have kept quiet, whatever. But I have two people that's in cahoots with each other. Let's just look at the ancestor spread in reference to JonBenét Ramsey. JonBenét. The ancestors for clarity into the situation regarding JonBenét Ramsey. Oh, child, let's get this. Wait, I got two messages that flew out. I got this message that flew out, right? And this, right? This is this baby needing the health. This is this baby, right? Because JonBenét, she was a baby at the time, right? In the Most High eyes, she was a baby. This precious baby was, I believe, she was young, right? 6 or so. Who would do this to a baby, right? Family, to a baby. And just let me know that she needed a health professional. Something's going on in there, right? Also, that message come out two ways, because somebody was very overprotective about some things, even in regards to her seeing a health professional. Okay, but we'll look into that. Ancestors for clarity into the situation regarding JonBenét Ramsey. And this man who was running from the scene with all dark colors that I spoke of, his shirt was buttoned down. He had these buttons, but you know how the buttons, you could see the silver part of each button that go down. So I did pick that up, okay? So that was noticeable. So you see what the ancestors threw out? You see this fire energy that's telling me how intense or aggressive a situation can be. It also tells me about a spiritual path, a spiritual growth, right? The way the ancestors has thrown this message out, this message is letting me know not only did this baby have a mission, she was here to do some things, right? So I have to look at this. right? Because she was meant here, her purpose was greater here on this earth, but someone took her life and cut it short. But not only that, I'm seeing aggressive things, right, that happened to this young girl along her path while she was alive. So it's some things that happened to this young baby, JonBenét, while she was alive. And I got to look at somebody hiding these things, right? They was very protective regarding her seeing a health professional. So it lets me know that not only did she need a health professional because some things has happened to her, but they was very protective regarding her seeing a health professional. Why would you be very protective of a 6-year-old seeing a health professional unless you're trying to hide something, right? And I believe this is why the ancestors have poured some things heavily in my spirit. And the ancestors also has let me know that I'm not just looking at one person. So even if it was Gary Oliver, this man didn't act alone. It was somebody else acting in cahoots with this man, right? Whether they was covering up evidence or they knew something or whatever the case was, right? Or they basically was a part of doing some things because they was into taking pictures of some dark secrets that they had going on. Whatever the case is, somebody else is in there that was responsible for what happened. Another thing I'm going to say as before the energy shift, and I seen this individual like hurrying, scurrying along from this scene, right? I could tell that he's going through a neighborhood the way I'm seeing like some kind of homes or buildings, whatever's in this area. I'm seeing it on one side, and I'm just seeing like an open way on another side, right? An open area. It lets me know that this individual is going through some kind of path, right? He's trying to get to maybe his home, his car, wherever. But I see him scurrying along, right, with something in his hand that resembles a camera. I'm going to say this. Before the energy shifts to this man trying to get away, someone was in that area, and what it looks like is it looks like a driveway to me. I can't really tell, but all I can see is this open light, right? And I can see what looks like a pavement, right? Pavement all around that. What tells me either this pavement put me in a mind frame of you're in a garage and you're watching something, or you letting somebody out through a garage area, or you in a basement area, the way this pavement has been laid out, and I can see. But what I did take notice is to somebody with them glasses on, right? With them the thick curly hair that's going down, okay? Almost shoulders length, like I was saying. What I am seeing is them watching something that somebody is going out of this area. Okay, so they see this person going out of the area. They're watching, and it put me in a mind frame as I was watching that individual, watching this person leave out of this area. It put me in a mind frame like this is the person who was a part of this, right? This is the person who was making sure the coast was clear before anything else, right? That's what it put me in a mind frame. So I just wanted to put that out there. Okay, so here we have some aggressive things that's going on along this baby's path while she was alive, right? And the ancestors done threw this out already. Let us know that this is the baby. JonBenét is the baby, right? They was trying to be overprotective regarding some things regarding her seeing a health professional. And yes, JonBenét needed to see a health professional, okay? So take a deeper look at her path. Okay. Thanks to ancestors for clarity into the situation. Oh, child. I want you all to look at the path, right? The aggressive things that is along the path, right? Not only do I have sex trafficking as aggressive, right? The sex trafficking let me know many of things, but it lets me know that it's some things that's involved on a sexual nature, okay? I shouldn't have this along her path because she's a baby. She's 6 years old. Unless you are selling her for sexual pleasures or you are doing something in that manner, right? that has to do with some kind of sexual nature. And already I seen somebody there with something that looks like a camera. Like, I have 2 people involved in here, okay? 2 people, right? They need to reopen up that case and they need to do a reinvestigation on this. Because even if it was Gary Oliver, this man didn't act alone. And I don't have younger pictures of Gary Oliver to say, this is this man. Because remember, family, I'm seeing that in real time, that image that I'm seeing. So I'm seeing those images as it played out then and at that time. So it's aggressive. The ancestors let me know. So when I have something aggressive, I know that this is intense, what happened in here, right? Not only do I have to look at it being intense, what happened in here to this baby, but I got to look at some things possibly being repetitive, okay? So repeatedly happening along her path, okay? You see this path, right? Ancestor said it's 2 energies that's going on here. I have the impaired, even while she's alive. Even I have to look at some sexual things, right? And this energy is shifting. Not only through this energy, this serpent could tell me, yes, somebody holding 2 energies, right? I got to look at this person who's holding 2 energies along her path, right? A wishy-washy person, a person who's supposed to have, you know, they having the best interest for her, but also they doing harm to her at the same time. Okay, family? So the serpent tells me, yes, it could tell me about wisdom. It could tell me about fertility. It could tell me about the hospital, right? Serpent tells me that somebody's holding 2 energies. Okay. You got to watch out for these things here. Here's the impaired. So it lets me know that she was impaired because of this, right? So I got to look at a physical impairment while she was alive. And I got to look at the secret in here, right? That other people along her path, this person who have this serpent energy along her path, they was aware of this, right? Her being impaired. Okay, so I have this going on. I'm just going to go a little bit deeper into here. So ancestors, for clarity for the situation. Oh, child. Look at what flew out. Look at what flew out the deck, right? So I got some negligence going on. So I got neglect, right? The ancestor said it's neglect. So the neglect tells me you failed to care for someone or something properly. That's neglect, right? Knowing that you need to do something for someone or do something, but you refuse to do it. That's neglect. So I have some negligence, right? The ancestor said within here, okay? So this is covering some things up, right? You being overprotective regarding this baby seeing a health professional for whatever reason. That's negligence, right? If you know that this young girl needs to see a health professional along her path, but you don't take her to the doctor. You don't take her to get seen. You don't take her to get therapy. That's neglect, okay? Let's just see what's going on in here. Ancestors for clarity. What is this saying here? We got a roommate. You see this organ? Something is off in the body, right? I even got to look at a heart start beating, right? When something's going on in here. I tell you, family, this organ can let me know many of things, right? So if you have any kind of mental illness, you suffering from depression, a thyroid or anything, right? A heart stop beating, I can get this because it's letting me know that something is going on here. But not only that, you see this roommate in here and you see the sex trafficking because I got a roommate that's behind this. So the roommate just lets me know that you used to live with someone or someone, right? That used to live with you. You understand? That just gives me the connection. You could have spent nights with them. They could have spent nights with you. It just lets me know how close the connection is. So I have a connection in here to someone, okay? That's a roommate. of JonBenét. And it's telling me that some sexual things was going on in here, right? They participated in something in here, right? That's of a sexual nature. Whatever happened, it was aggressive. So these things was just going on, right? Now you see this roommate, you see the organ. I got to look at something happening here. The ancestor said an organ, a heart stopped beating. This organ also lets me know, I tell you family, the organ can let me know how invasive or intrusive something is. So if something coming out of you or something going inside of you, I can get this organ. The way it lays, it can let me know something. So if a fetus is coming out of somebody, I can get this organ, right? And if another organ, part of an organ is going in somebody, right? I can get this organ. So here we have a roommate in this organ. Here's in this tower. The tower one lets me know, right? A rude awakening, a surprise attack. But it's letting me know what's going on in the home, right? And her being impaired while she was alive, right? And some people knowing, they are aware, right, of what's going on in here. And it's impaired, her being impaired in some kind of way within this top. In this tower. So somebody know this is a secret. Somebody is aware of her being impaired in some kind of way at that home or wherever this place may be, right? And I got to look at this area that the ancestors was showing me. So I got to look at some things going on in here. You see this organ? You see this person holding two energies along her path, right? Something happened in here, right? The ancestor said, take a look at this organ and the serpent energy along her path, right? Because this is not the first time that some things like this has been going on with her, right? So if somebody got a hold of this young girl, I'm just going to say, let's just say Gary Oliver got a hold of JonBenét and did this. The thing is, this is something that has been happening repeatedly, right? So did he always have access to this young girl? That's the thing. That's why the ancestors let me know that it's something more that's going on in here, right? It's two people, two males that I got to take a look at. Not only that, I got to look at that brother of hers that was in that doorway, okay? I had to go and look at pictures of how this young boy looked back then because I could see that it was a younger boy, right? So I went back. That is her brother in that, in the doorway frame looking down at something. I don't know if he know that something's going on down there. I don't know if he had just come up from down there, right, and seen something, witnessed something, but I seen him in that doorway. So it's something more that I got to look at. People keeping secrets, right? People knowing some things, but they not really telling it, right? For whatever reason, maybe they protecting somebody else, right? Okay. Now, let's look at this baby, right? JonBenét is the baby. Not only that, ancestors has thrown out a message that tells me that somebody was being protective regarding her going to see a health professional. So let's just look at the many energies in here, in the baby as well. Clarity into the baby. So they was being protective, right? Regarding this young baby seeing a health professional, okay? One thing I'm going to say is that led to this baby demise, okay? That led to this baby demise. This baby, you see the secret, family? This baby was impaired in here. So while she was alive, she was impaired. So it lets me know that she was impaired. She was suffering in some kind of way, right? Did somebody had to kill her because they knew that it was this impairment, right? It was no recovery because something happened to this organ, right? Or something more was going on that, okay, so now we have to just take her out of here. Or was that the intent to just, you know, do that and it happened along the process, right? But this played a role, right? That's the main thing. Ancestors are saying these are some secrets. You got to take a deeper look into this. See, here's the death of this baby, right? Because the negligence, right? Because of some sexual things that has been going on. Because somebody failed to get her to a health professional as well. But I have death that comes out because this baby, it caused this baby demise, right? Whatever happened in here, it caused this baby's demise. So I have the death of this baby in here, right? So we're going to leave that there. I'm just going to tap in there one more time to this baby in death. So I have nothing but death, right, along this baby path. And not only that, they covering up the death, okay? They being overprotective about what happened regarding her death. Already, they didn't want her to see a health professional. Here's the clean, right? So they're cleaning up the death. They're cleaning up what actually happened. And I know that I got a roommate involved in her death, right? And somebody else in cahoots with the roommate. So it's 2 males that I'm looking at, right? Not including the brother that I seen looking down the steps, okay? You see the clean? It lets me know that you're trying to clean up something or someone, right? So I have to clean after this death right here of this baby. So I got a lot of cards that tells me, right? A lot of messages the ancestors tell me that they are being protective regarding her death, right? They was being protective about her seeing a health professional because you don't want your child to see a health professional if you got some activities like this going on, right? Fear of some things. Maybe the child may tell. Maybe they might find something, right? Maybe they might notice some emotional things that's going on that, you know, could signify that sexual abuse or trauma has happened. But they cleaning it up. So these people clean things up, right? Clean up situations, clean up people, right? And hopes of getting rid of evidence. You understand? So that's what's going on. They cleaned up after this death, right, of this baby. So they got rid of evidence in here when it came to her death. Okay, so somebody, exactly how I was seeing in this scry, was somebody watching, waiting for somebody to get a distance, right? Looking through something, because I could see the light that lets me know that something opened up. Either a window opened up, because you can tell a darker part of an area, like a shadow part, and a light reflecting in. So it lets me know that you either looking through the window and watching this person go through, or this is a doorway or a driveway but the way the pavement is, I'm seeing all of this cement here. I'm in the mind frame of either a basement area or a drive or a garage, okay? But this person was waiting for this person to get out of sight. You understand? Now let's look at this health professional, because somebody didn't want this young baby to see a health professional. Ancestors for clarity to the health professional. No health professional. So you see how that stopped the health professional. So somebody in here, they was aware of this impairment, right? And things that was happening along her path. So this wasn't just a one-time thing that something happened and somebody did something to her and she lost her life. This was a repetitive thing that was going on, right? With a major organ, right? You understand, family? Is aggressive in there. You see this health professional and the no to stop, because they wouldn't allow this baby to see a health professional. They was very protective of this baby going to see a health professional. You see how this go, family? They didn't want this to happen. Why wouldn't you want your child to see a health professional? You understand, family? Unless you in cahoots, unless you know some things that you're trying to hide or cover. You suspect something, but you don't want it to get out there. So please take heed to that. Clarity to the known health professional. Clarity, ancestors. Oh, we'll get that message in a minute. A message came out the deck. Messages gracefully came out. The suspect. So the suspect, you see the note in the health professional? The suspect is the person who has been doing this, right? Whether they have been presumed, whether they have been sorted out as the suspect or known that they are the suspect, the ancestor said that is the suspect. The suspect wouldn't allow JonBenét to see a health professional. Now, how would the suspect, if Gary Oliver is the suspect, right? I want you all to pay attention to the ancestors' messages. That's why I say the ancestors give us messages and revelation into what people try to hide or deceive us about. This is deception in here. You understand? That's why the ancestors laid it on my spirit so heavily, and I said I have to get to this cold case, right? This case is not really solved, okay? It's something much more. How could the suspect not allow JonBenét, right, to see a health professional unless you're connected to her? Was Gary Oliver someone that was a constant person in JonBenét's life that could call these shots and say, no, I don't want her to see a health professional? The suspect, right? But look at the main thing. I got to look at this roommate. So the roommate, I have a roommate that is a suspect. You understand? Who's in cahoots with somebody else too, because I got two males, right? Let's see this message that came out. Look at this. Look at this. You understand? Look at this. Who's the dad? Who is this dad? That's the suspect. That wouldn't allow this health professional. You understand? Who is this? So I can't look at Gary Oliver, right? I can't just solely look at him. Although the description that I have given, right? I don't know how Gary Oliver looked back then. You understand? But ancestors told me, no, you better not solely rely on that, right? Ancestors had been nudging me all day before I did this spread. And I said, let me get up and go ahead and do the spread, right, on JonBenét. You understand? So I have a dad in here. Whose dad is this? The dad just lets me know it's a father figure. It's a male. It could be her dad. But I know I'm looking at a roommate and I'm looking at a suspect who won't allow her to see a health professional for some reason. So how is this dad connected to her? Is this her dad? You understand, family, what's going on here? It's something more going on in this case, right? They're covering it up. They're cleaning her death up. They're cleaning up the situation, what happened to her regarding this baby along her path in the death. Let's look into this dad, right? Let's look into this dad. Clarity to the dad. Here's a celebrate. So here's the dad. Now this is all tied in, right? This is all tied in to whoever this smell is. Here's a celebration. So whatever you are celebrating, right? The outcome of something, an anniversary, a holiday, your birthday, a baby shower, whatever. Okay. But here's some things going on, and I gotta look at this dad there, right? I gotta look at this male, this father figure there, right? And remember, it's two people the ancestors let me know in cahoots. So even the dad and the suspect, you understand? The dad and another individual. But I know I got a roommate. So now I have to look at her dad, right? I got to look at this individual. You see the dark? So I got to look at not only hidden things, because the dark tells me, right, about things being hidden, right? Things being covered up. It doesn't matter how you cover it up. You could throw a blanket over somebody, right? And they're covered up. But the dark just lets me know about hidden things, right? Things that are covered up. Things that even happen in the dark, right? So at night or anything like that. You see, something is hidden at this celebration with this dad, right? So I got some hidden things, right, during this celebration. So whatever's going on here is hidden, Okay, so you're not going to see this in plain sight, the ancestors are saying. You're not going to see the things that this individual back here is doing in plain sight because it's being hidden. All right, so they're doing this in the dark. They're doing this in secrecy. Okay, whatever's going on here at this celebration. And I done told you all what I seen in that scry. Okay, with somebody watching somebody going out and waiting. It's like the energy that I was picking up is they waiting for them to get a distance, right? Before whatever, before maybe they notify somebody that, where's JonBenét, or whatever that they're doing in there. You understand? They was waiting for them. Okay. Now let's look at this neglect, right? The negligence tells me that you failed to care for someone or something. In this case, I know that the negligence had to do with somebody failing to send JonBenét to see a health professional. All right. So that's negligence in there. Let's look at this neglect. Ancestors. For clarity to the neglect. Guilty of negligence. So here's some wrongdoing, not only in not allowing her to see a health professional and this causing her demise, because remember, something happened in here sexually related with a roommate in here, and something happened to her organ, and JonBenét is impaired, whatever happened in here while she is alive. So it's letting me know that she's still conscious, she's still alive, but she's impaired, right? At this time. And then I got a disaster happening, right, in this tower. So somebody is guilty of this negligence, right? So they're doing wrongdoing in here. They're not allowing her to get professional help that she needs, right, to sustain her life. But also, why? Because you're covering it up. You're cleaning some things up in here, right? You don't want somebody to know of something. Even could be cleaning her up, right? Because I got a lot of cleaning to this death and this baby energy in here, right? So somebody is guilty of this negligence in here, not allowing her to see a health professional, not allowing her to have access to that, right? Guilty. Here's a partner. So the partner lets me know that you're a partner, you somebody's partner. So I got to look at a partner to JonBenét, right? How would you be a partner? Even the partner of this dad or the suspect, right? But I have a partner in here, right? That's connected, depending on how y'all partners, right? So I have a partner that's guilty of negligence. So I have to look at this partner, whomever this partner may be, right? That's connected in here to JonBenét's dad, right? I have to look at that because the ancestors are saying that it's somebody in here that's connected to JonBenét, right? They're guilty of negligence in here. So you did some wrongdoing in here. You understand? It's a connection in here. No matter how I put it, it's a connection. It's a connection. It's a connection. You understand? Here's the suspect. Won't allow her to see a health professional, right? It's a connection in here. You understand? But they cleaning this up. Not only are they cleaning up her death, right? So they cleaning up what happened. These people falsify information, falsify evidence, clean up evidence, tamper with evidence, throw away evidence. They do all kind of things in here. You understand? Because they're cleaning up the death of this baby. So they can act like somebody else is responsible, but they know they are. You understand? Because they're cleaning this up. Okay. But I know that they're in cahoots. Somebody is in cahoots. I got two males that's in cahoots with one another. This is the reading, right? You all could put the comments in the comment section, family. Love you all.